I need a giant cock in my porn, personally. I don't want to look at a cock that represents me. That's depressing. I'll look in the mirror for that. I can look at that for hours, and I don't need bandwidth for it. My real degrees don't seem to work here. I'd have to move, I think, to actually get into my field that I studied to go to, but...
Don't worry, Frito. You could always stay with me. I'm 90-minute train ride from New York City, and my couch pulls out, but I don't.
90-minute train ride.
And also, I was wondering, this is up to you guys, if we wanted to upload a version on each of our channels with a little explanation of what the show is. It's up to you guys. I'm not going to force you to advertise the show you're a part of, but it's up to you.
I'm not going to ask you to put any effort in, Ed, because I know it won't happen.
Well, I mean, I'm saying to both of you, like, because the thing is, we were
you
trending
give Brian work to do and he'll do it. If you told him that your floors needed scrubbing, he would come over to your house and do it.
I just mean, like, I'll record it and then you guys re-upload it. That's all I'm saying.
Alright.
And then we'll explain...
Will you flag it on
two things.
copyright grounds?
Yes, and I'll get Eddie's channel closed down, and then I will have the superior channel like, once again. No, sound more amusing and interesting than I am right now.
All right.
I've had a shitty what's it called? Life.
I'm glad that you narrowed that down into a distinct time period for us. What epoch are you referring to exactly?
Epoch? You mean epoch?
Whatever, fuck your English pronunciation. Why don't you throw a U?
It's only English, Brian. I mean, let's not split hairs.
Why don't you just throw a U into a word again? Just anywhere.
I've been noticing, Eddie, you've been putting on a few ounces.
Notice that he didn't use the metric system.
Yeah, I've been putting on a few grams, it's certainly true.
That's what I meant. That's actually what I meant to say. I was trying to... I thought that was the... I don't even know.
Have you gained like 2 grams of weight, Ed? Yeah, I mean, it's a thick part of the year for me, putting on that winter fat, still weighing under 12 stone.
I think you have to sacrifice a ghost. I'm saying that again. Sacrifice a goat to Steve Jobs. Fuck! Man!
I was going to say throw a virgin into a volcano.
Sacrifice a ghost. You fucking idiot. Oh, I'm be right back. Let me take this again.
He's just rage quit the call, Brian.
I think he did. Rage quit.
Fuck it, I'm out. Well, once you've got so few hairs, I find in my experience that we focus in on caring for the ones that are left behind more. It's like if you had 2 kids and you lost one, you take care of that other single kid much better. You pay it much more attention.
You're definitely not going to let the second one get kidnapped. The first one, it happens. Second one...
But there's been 3 Taken movies. Clearly is a likely scenario.
A container of whatever kind, be that in the sexual arena or the intellectual arena. I don't know where I'm going with this. Somebody stop me.
I think it's suffice to say that streaming is going so well for Eddie that he's back to smoking real cigarettes again.
Yeah, I've been playing so many competitive first-person shooters that smoking has made a vicious and strident, triumphant return to my life. We played an entire game earlier on Nuke where we just sang every call-out except for Coots. So Coots was doing what Scottish people do properly, and he was sitting in the corner, refusing to take part in the fun and shouting at everybody. Whereas we would just be like, "They're coming mid, they're coming mid."
Oh my god.
Listen to you two. Mr. fucking Simple over here. Nothing but CSGO, me in a Packers hat, and a webcam. That's it. No frills. Nothing.
The budget stream.
Brian with what seemingly is always on either Dream Theater or Metallica.
Hey, Dream Theater songs last 3.5 hours, so that's the entire stream, one song right there.
It's true. It's like they're the shit version of the Grateful Dead. They they just go on forever when you wish they wouldn't. You can rage away in the comments all you like.
Yeah.
And Slayer.
The 10 of them that knows the band will definitely be upset.
Hey, look, how many views does this get on your channel? Like 2,000? There's got to be some idiots in there, surely.
Oh, I didn't say that. Don't get me wrong. You misunderstood.
It would be funny if you were just on some shit list, though. Like, that's the funny option, is that Glenn has heard your impression of him and heard that it's
And he's not
almost
impressed.
like, yeah, it's almost a carbon copy of his persona. Oh my god, this guy has completely summarized me to the very billionth degree. Someone hit up Activision and get this guy blocked. Like, that's funnier to me, but I don't think it's true. You're not allowed to say Halo 5's great because it lets me shoot everyone and I imagine they're black because I don't like black people, and neither does Halo. Halo is a white man's game. You're not allowed to say shit like that. I would imagine you're not allowed to say shit like that like I just did as a joke.
I mean, I feel even worse for Halo commentators like Lurker Zero, who now has to probably retitle every single video he's ever made. And on top of that, after the disaster that's been the Halo Master Chief Collection, it's just like, stop piling on, motherfuckers. Okay, leave Brittany alone. God damn it.
How do you make a fucking Let's Play video without the title of the game in it? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know.
Let's play that futuristic shooter game that sounds like oh. That's the title of the video.
Right. All titles now must somewhat imply the game you're playing, but not explicitly say it. That's what we're going to have from now on. Yeah, like Sony struggles, Nintendo struggles with the Western elements that are required to nail home, like social media, right? That's something that's very important to get right over here, whereas over there, I don't know what they're doing. There's like 100 of them in an apartment playing Mario Party, and they don't need social media, I guess. There's no Twitter, no YouTube, MySpace. I have no idea.
Valentine's Day, the day for couples to have joyful sex and for internet virgins to play a new pointy, shooty game. Don't worry, single men, we've got you. We've got this covered.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, do you want to repair my ATV? I don't even need... No, this is going to be the theme, because it's going to be on Valentine's Day. You don't even need a partner. Auto-revive. Bam. Self-revive, whatever it's called. Yeah. You can get up by yourself, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
How many puns can I pull out of this? Well, I'm digging, boy. We're going to hit rock bottom sooner or later.
Everything else is getting in the way. Like the way the game's made, the way the matchmaking is, everything is getting in the way of casual dicking. And we all know casual dicking is the best kind.
Yep. No strings
Yeah,
attached.
Yeah. Just don't even know the name of the Call of Duty I'm playing. You know?
Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Make sure you
There's
always
no-
come in strapped. Put a stopping power on it, just so you're safe. Or a little juggernaut or whatever. I'm trying to think of one that makes more sense to a condom, but neither of them worked. Whatever.
Make sure you leave that
Danger
silencer
close.
on.
Yeah.
Make sure you leave that silencer on, otherwise you're going to be going in loud.
There you go. You don't want to go in loud. That's not a problem for me. I just shoot blanks. This tower has been falling very slowly, and we see it coming down. Plenty of people are standing in the way. They're just waiting for it, but it eventually will land right on the hammer,
like
and then
those
he'll catch it.
people- They're like those people in Independence Day who are at the top of the building, like welcoming the aliens as the death laser comes down.
Duh.
Esports! Well, your computer couldn't play PlanetSide 2. I'll be open about that and honest. Your PC could not play it, but you don't have a PS4, so your Xbox One certainly can't fucking play it.
Maybe if you
That
combined
was the
them
other-
somehow.
Yeah, right?
Transformers.
I mean, there is a hole where the Kinect used to be. I could just graft my two computer systems together.
You know, during your NFL games, you've got like anti-domestic abuse adverts during NFL football, and I'm like, that is totally and utterly pointless, because the people that don't beat the shit out of their wives are like, oh, this is annoying. I don't beat my wife. I don't like hitting women. And then the people that maybe do are not gonna just go, all right, yeah, I see what I'm doing wrong. Sorry. Like, the Bill Burr bit. Sorry, sweetheart.
Get
pick
off
her
the
up, you know.
floor.
Get off the floor. That's not what's going to happen. Like, people hold these opinions because probably of abusive relationships in their childhood where they formulated their feelings about gender and sexuality. And it's not going to be confronted by advert.
The thing that I don't like about it, though, is that they almost use the death threats as a way to kind of say, you know, my arguments are validated by the fact that people don't like what I'm saying. And I think that that's a straw man argument in itself, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And they, without a doubt, exploit it to the 10th degree because, especially with that Brianna Wu chick, she, like, when people get an actual death threat that you respect, if you ask the FBI or something, what they're going to tell you to do is not acknowledge it, because that's what they want. If it's a egomaniac or whatever, someone who's really trying to fuck with you in a serious way, don't acknowledge it and blast it everywhere and say, like, I'm incredibly scared about these evil death threats. No, that doesn't work. How do you think you're going to stop death threats by saying how much they affect you? Like, that's the opposite of what you should be doing.
You said forcing people to go to colleges to get these.
I mean, if it's free, they're going to. More people
That's
will.
not forcing.
Okay, fine.
Wait, Brian walks in to a hotel or
Coercing.
anything, and they have a
That's
plate
not
in front.
coercing. That's
They
just
have
giving
free
people a
cookies on the
choice.
desk. Free cookies on the. I will not be forced to eat your cookies. I want to take them of my own volition.
All right.
No.
Enough
Freedom,
with
what
the
he's worried about.
semantics.
He's worried about the quality of the baking. Okay, he thinks that if there are free cookies out there, that people will be less interested in making really great cookies, and he's worried about the baking quality. Carry on.
If
Brian,
the
sorry.
cookies were not created through the hard work and competition of capitalism, they were probably made by socialist Obama and are terrible for you and have no sugar. The school experience is inherently humbling because, theoretically speaking, you're learning from teachers that are far more intelligent than me. Because the funny thing is, since graduating and interacting with many people on the internet or seeing plenty of different points of view, it's elitist to say, but I think it's true, not just to pat my own back, but I am significantly more intelligent than a giant chunk of the population. And I don't want that to be the case. It's not like I feel like I'm even that smart, because there's people way smarter than me that I learned from. But all you other motherfuckers are just dumb, and you don't even know you're dumb, and you haven't had the chance to get out of that.
No, I mean, it's a bit harsh, Brian, and don't, internet punch me when I say this, but it's only something that someone with some mouse skill would notice.
Implying he doesn't even have a modicum of mouse skill. He doesn't even have a measurable amount. That's what he's saying. This much, less than that. The amount that can't even be seen. You have none, essentially, is what he's saying. What a jerk.
Well, I'm just saying that someone that... Yeah.
He can't get out of this one.
No,
Oh, folks, look at him backpedal.
That's only because
Would you like a shovel, Eddie?